All right, I hate asking for help. I'm not asking for any handouts, but I'm a small business owner that is directly being affected by the 104% tariff that has been put on China. I import alloy wheels for cars, and I do somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 containers a year, which is a small business in regards to this industry. At 104%, I am absolutely going to implode and will not last 6 months. So with that said, I'm asking, is there anybody out there that has connections with manufacturing facilities, specifically alloy wheels, either in the United States or outside in these lesser tariffed countries like Mexico, Indonesia, Thailand, India? I need to find another source. I've emailed a lot of these companies and cannot get a response. And I just don't know if it's because I'm a small business or what exactly it is. So if anybody's out there that can help or shed some light, maybe provide some information that would be helpful, I would really greatly appreciate it, because if not, it's just a small business here that's going to go under, and I'll be back to digging ditches again, which I'm not scared to do, but it's a little harder to do with a wife, 2 kids, and at 45 years old. So let me know if you guys have any suggestions. It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
I'm so glad my Lord and Savior Donald Trump is finally in office. Because of that, I can now buy that $1 million mansion and car with a $20 down payment. And he said he was going to make everything really cheap, which means we'll be able to afford everything. Like, I'm just so happy, and these liberal tears are hydrating me. Get a load of this fucking bitch. You're a dumbass.
I voted for Trump 2 times. And I probably will vote for him a 3rd time. I will vote for him a 3rd time. I am a small business owner who is completely getting rocked by the import taxes, the tariffs. I went from a 2.5% import tax to 28.5%. That is absurd. It is ridiculous. It is crippling my business. I am barely surviving for the past 8 years. Was hoping that the current administration, since they greatly disapproved of increasing the tax from overseas, was going to do away with them, but they have not. And now I'm reading that Trump is going to increase the tariffs, if he takes office, 60 to 100% additional on goods from China, as well as 10% on any other country that you import from. This is crippling me as it is, and will most likely put me out of business, and will most likely crush 70% of the small business owners, if not more, in America that import from overseas. There was no infrastructure set up, at least for my industry, to where I can manufacture wheels, that's what I do, rims, within the U.S. I'm a small fish in a giant sea. I import maybe 10 containers a year, if I'm lucky. Well, at least I used to. Since the tariffs, it's been cut in half. Manufacturers outside of China will not return my phone call. I'm a nobody. I'm a little guy. GM and Ford and these monster companies, they import hundreds of thousands of containers of wheels and rims. Somebody out there explain to me how it benefits us as Americans and as small business owners, where the benefit is on increasing the tariffs. China is not paying it. I've paid every damn cent and dollar of that tax and that tariff. And if there's some place I can send China an invoice, let me know, because I've endured however many years now, 6, 7, 8 years of this monstrous tax on the imports that's, like I said, crippling me, and I'm barely surviving. And the only reason I'm surviving is I stupidly took out a loan, which I'm struggling now to pay with the SBB or SBA. Help me understand how this helps us, guys. I am flabbergasted and have no clue.
Hey everybody, Rich coming to you here at leavingmaga.org. I want to make a particular appeal today to MAGA Americans. I really don't believe that what is happening in our country now is something that you want. But I understand that it's not a natural act for us to admit that we believed lies and that we acted upon them and that we allowed those lies to shape our being and our personhood and our identity. And Leaving MAGA does not judge you. We do not ostracize those who have doubts. You are welcome with us at our community. And for friends and family who are out there who have friends and family in MAGA, we are here for you as well for support. Make sure that you follow us at our socials, leavingmaga.org. Get on our newsletter. Make sure you're subscribing. Empathy is much more preferable than scorn. Thanks so much, everyone. Appreciate your support.
Welcome to another FAFO episode. When you F around, you find out. Now, things are taking another level. Things are changing really quick. People were not expecting that things will go like this because they cheered for him. They wore the red hats. They believed he was the businessman who would fight for the American worker. But now many of DT's supporters are now watching their businesses collapse under the weight of his trade war policies. In today's video, we are diving into unintended consequences of Trump's tariffs, the very economic weapon that was supposed to protect American jobs, and how they're now hurting small town entrepreneurs, farmers, and manufacturers who believed in the promise of America first. This is a story of loyalty and the hard truth. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for more deep dive into the stories that matters. Let's get into it.
I had more money in my checking account when Trump was president. He's going to get us more money for our paychecks. The economy is going to be so much better under Trump. Fast forward to today, the stock market is crashing. We're in trade war with China and other countries, basically. The stock market has completely tanked. Meanwhile, you have crotchety old judge on Fox saying she doesn't care about her 401k right now. She just trusts Trump. So all these Trumpers who said they were voting for Trump because he was going to get us more money and the economy under Biden sucked. The economy under Biden was fantastic. The economy right now is in a free fall, nightmare death spiral. But they don't care because it's Trump. So, it's like if you go back 3 months, to the election, they were all talking about how the economy is just going to soar and how everything is going to be so much better. And then today, everybody's losing their shit. Trump and his administration has fired thousands and thousands and thousands of federal workers. So much about creating jobs. I mean, how are you going to make up for that deficit? And now they say, well, they don't really care. They'll just suffer, because it's going to get better. Really? Just let us know, MAGA. Let us know when you regret your vote. And never mind MAGA, Republicans and even independents and Democrats who took a chance this time and voted for Trump because they just felt like they needed something. How do you feel? How do you feel now? Just let us know when you regret your vote. And we'll have you come on over and we'll have a little chat.
A county that overwhelmingly supported Donald Trump is about to lose its largest employer directly because of Donald Trump's policies. Now, this is Greene County, Tennessee, which is home of Artisan and who is the only supplier of penny blanks to the U.S. Mint. And because of Donald Trump's policy to eliminate the penny, they are on the verge of going out of business, which means everybody there will lose their job. Now, there's a trickle-down effect because the people that work there make the money to keep the other businesses in the county in operation. Now, they're begging Donald Trump, please, to reconsider this decision to eliminate the penny, but Donald Trump isn't listening. And once again, we find people that supported Donald Trump that are feeling the effects of his policies, that are starting to feel the hurt, and I could not be happier for them. This is what they deserve. We're all going to be in the find out phase, but it does put a little bit of a smile on my face that the people who were warned, the people who should have been able to see who he was, are feeling it first.
So, who thinks that pretty much everybody Trump knows should be under investigation regarding their buying and selling of stocks? You absolutely cannot deny that this was pre-planned for all of his friends to make some money. He tells all of his friends, hey, tariffs, I'm implementing them tomorrow. Sell your stock now. And then you know what? The next day, I'm going to ease up on them, and then you buy. You buy when it's low. This is fucking ridiculous. You know that that is exactly what happened. Who investigates this kind of thing? And why aren't they investigating that now? It's just absolutely ridiculous. You cannot deny that this sounds like a perfect little scammy, fraudulent plan on his part. Just like everything else he's pulling right now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yo, I don't give a fuck. I am so happy right now. FAFO season is here. And watching these MAGA influencers lose their shit and their money, I don't understand why y'all aren't happy. I'm so happy for you. See, this is what you pushed for months, hell, years. This is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. FAFO.
Well, it finally happened, and it's happening fast. I'm getting a lot of messages from people who say, I'm a Republican, I'm a Trump supporter, but I want labor rights. And they're asking me for help with the problem they're having now that Trump is really attacking the federal workforce, and they're scared. The hypocrisy. How dare you come to me for help when you have spent the past 12 years of Trump's career violently and viciously attacking anyone who doesn't look like you, violently and viciously attacking labor rights when every expert in the world warned you. And you mocked us. You still mock us when we tell you that what's happening is dangerous. But now that it's finally affected you, as we warned you it would, now you think you deserve special treatment? It's kind of like that guy who posted about not paying taxes and how proud he was not to pay taxes. And then the fires happened, and he was desperately calling for private firefighters to save his house, but no one else's. I'm angry at you. I'll probably still help you because I believe in this, but I'm angry at you.
Well, it looks like time travel is really a thing, okay? Doge just found out people from 2154 came back in time to collect unemployment, okay? Here's Doge's initial report. Just posted yesterday, an initial survey of unemployment insurance claim in 2020 revealed that 24.5 thousand people over the age of 115 years old claimed 59 million in benefits. 28,000 between 1 and 5 years old claimed 254 million in benefits. 9.7 people with a birth date over 15 years in the future claimed $69 million in benefits. And in one case, okay, someone with a birthday in 2154 claimed 41,000. Like, I'm sorry, the corruption is blatantly in your face. There needs to be a huge investigation to follow that goddamn money. You're telling me that time travel is a thing and these people are coming from the future back, or I should say coming back in time to collect unemployment? The fuck out of here.
DT imposed a tax on imported goods from over 180 countries, sparkling a global trade war. This move has plummeted This move has plummeted stock prices and lowered 401 Ks. Many Trump's voters are now questioning their support, and for good reasons. The tariffs has far-reaching the consequences affecting not just big businesses but also small entrepreneurs and everyday Americans. These tariffs have affected not only the businesses, but the consumer is the mostly affected person in these trade wars. This is how it is. When these companies go and import goods in different countries, there is tariffs on those goods. So if tariffs are on those goods, it means the price of that good is going to increase. So who is going to pay that? Yes, that company is going to pay the imported price because the tariffs is already added there. But remember, when you go to buy that thing, that product, that anything you're going to buy that have tariffs, you are the one who is going to pay that tariffs. That same company have imported from other countries. So that's how the tariffs are, and that's how things are right now. So today we are not focusing on these big businesses. We are focusing the impact on small businesses. What is happening on these small businesses? What's going on this small business to face such harsh reality? Now let's look at some of the real life examples of MAGA couples. What businesses is at risk due to Trump's tariffs on Taiwan. A contractor claims to have lost 3 jobs because of these tariffs. Another Trump supporter admits that 5% of their retirement portfolio is gone after Trump's announced the global tariffs. Imagine these people, they went ahead expecting economic change, expecting economic revive, where they're hoping that things will change, things will go their side. But right now, things are not their side. Things are really changing so bad, so that they are being affected. But remember, they were like warned. People told them that be careful of what you're doing, be careful of what you're voting, be careful of your decision because it might affect you. But these people went ahead and do that. They went ahead and vote against their own interest, which is right now the effect, which is right now what's happening on their lives, which is right now what's happening on the businesses. Some have lost their jobs, some have even lost their businesses. As we've seen on the farmers, they lost a lot of things. They are really in bad situation because things are not the way it used to be. Government used to support them, government used to give them like everything they need, but right now they are not getting that support from the government. And remember, they have invested a lot of money in that farm. They have invested a lot of money in the farming they used to do, hoping that the government will support them and then regain that money. But right now, it's not possible. So when you go further deep, you find that China is also imposing tariffs on American goods. So these farmers who are exporting soybeans and other things in China, they are also facing the tariffs. So which is going to make it hard for them because first, the government is not supporting them and China is putting tariffs on them, as it's like a trade war between these two giant countries. So it means the farmer down there, the farmer in the village is going to be affected, is going to get the real consequences of those big fights of those two countries, because now the farmer in the US who exports their produce in the China, right now they are facing the real tariffs. So those farmers, they might not be able to farm again because they're not getting the profit they expected. They are not getting what they've been investing in the farm. They're not getting it. So they are not continuing in the losses. So they're going to do something. So what are they going to do? They're not going to farm again because they're not getting what they're expecting. So imagine if these people are not farming, how people are going to survive. Because people survive on food. So these are the one who brought food on the market. So it means they're not going to get the money they were expecting. And they had a huge market of Chinese. So that is the effect of the tariffs. Those are effects of these people who voted against their own interest. And don't forget that these same farmers, majority of them voted against their own interest. Now, they thought that things will change. They thought that things will go in the right way. They thought that things will just go like the way they wish. But it's been really a worst nightmare to them, because what they are seeing with their own eyes, they have never seen anywhere. So they were expecting really a good economic plan from DT. But the good thing is, Donald Trump have told you everything. He have showed you what he's going to do. So there is no anything to complain here, because once you went to vote and you vote against your own interest, so it's up to you to bear that consequences. The bad side is that it's been affecting also the people who have not done anything, who were there just to support others, but they're also affected. But it's going also to affect you big time. Not only these people, but also you on your side, because some have started losing their farms because of their choices. Imagine it's been like, a few weeks in the office. The guy had been in the office from, like few months ago, but right now things are on another level. But these people, they still come out and say, we will vote for him again. The guy is not even allowed for the third term, but these people, they are saying that we are ready to vote him again. So it means, we can say they are regretting some, and others they are not, or it's just like, they don't want to show that they have regrets in their mind. They still want to defend their choices. These Trump's tariffs were meant to boost the economy, but they're having the opposite effect, where many businesses are struggling due to increased costs and reduced market access. Yes, because once you raise the tariffs, the market access are reduced. So a conservative admits that Trump's tariffs aren't good policy after all, while another calls them the economic suicide. The consequences are clear, higher prices, loss of jobs, reduced economic growth. Okay, let's say like this. Imagine a small businesses who was like flourishing, was trying to catch up, to expand the business, and you find that you are a small businesses, but the government have put tariffs on your business. Is really going to affect you, and there is no business growth in your business. You will not grow, because let me tell you, the tariffs, all those taxes are gonna be on you. Imagine, for example, these small businesses that manufacture their things for all their products from China. So it means these businesses, they are facing like the tariffs, because their products are coming from China. Yes, that's where the production plant is. So it means the cost of production is low in that country. So that's why they moved. That's why they took their production plant to China, so that they can get a product at a lower cost, so that the consumer, the American consumer, would be able to afford that same product. But right now, if those tariffs goes into effect, so if those tariffs go into effect, it's going to affect a lot of number of people, and these same people, they are the citizen of the country, so they're going to be affected. From the consumer to the entrepreneurs, they're still going to be affected, because those businesses are not going to grow, and those consumers are not going to get the things or the product they were expecting to get, or they wanted to get, because the price will be high. Okay, we've seen a trend of where recently we've seen videos where these most big brands, these are brands that you buy at higher prices, where we've seen that they are manufactured in China, and they exported in different countries just to change the brand, and you buy at a higher price. So they manufacture at low cost, and then they bring to these countries at a higher price, and you think you're buying a brand, you think you're buying like exclusive bag, you're buying like something really like unique, while that thing you're buying was made in China at a cheaper price. You are buying it at a higher price. So that is what been revealed recently. So those are the effects of tariffs, trade wars that being introduced by DT. You know, the effects of these tariffs are widespread. Some DT supporters are publicly expressing regret of their vote. A MAGA voter says, "I'm ashamed to have voted for this." Another admits, "I'll never forgive myself for voting DT 3 times." This reaction showed the depth of frustration among DT supporters. Of course, they'll get frustrated because they have impacted other people's lives. Imagine you impact other people's lives, for example, like for the immigrants, illegal immigrants. Right now, those people who come to the United States for a green pasture, for a good life, they have been deported to their countries. They are hoping to change their life. They were hoping to change their family's situation, but right now they are no longer here. Yes, I'm not here to support the illegal immigrants, but most of the people, they get that opportunity to change their life because US is a country they are able to dream, or they are able to change their life. But right now they are no longer there. They are no longer going to work. And still, those farmers I was talking about, yes, they were employing those illegal immigrants, but right now it's very difficult to find those workers. Okay, now it's impacting their businesses because, listen, the production is going slow because those workers are no longer there. So that is also the effects of their choices. Now, the tariffs are not just affecting the businesses, they are also impacting the individuals. You know, a Trump supporter fear losing their jobs due to mass layoffs, you know, triggered by Trump's tariffs. Another admits that the tariffs will wipe out their life saving. These stories highlight the human cost of economic policies and the need for a more nuanced understanding of implication. Now, in conclusion, Trump's tariffs are having devastating effects on his supporters. The policies meant to boost the economy are instead causing widespread harm. We hope this video has provided insight into the unintended consequences of these policies. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you find this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and share with someone who might benefit from the perspective. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dive into stories shaping our world. Until next time, take care and stay informed.